On today's episode, we will be interviewing Miss Anoushka Jain, the founder of Enroute Indian Heritage. An amazing and creative woman, this one.
That would be. Welcome to TalktousToday. On today's episode, we will be speaking with Anoushka Jain, the founder of Enroute Indian History, a registered women-led heritage organization. She was awarded Most Influential Women of 23. As many of you may know, She Rose is a segment where we interview our inspiring women. And these are the women who have rode ahead in their fields and inspired us with their confidence, strength, and perseverance. And we truly have been inspired by Anoushka's story and her passion. Welcome, Anoushka. Welcome to Talk to Us Today.
Hi, Simrit. Hi, Namita. Thank you so much for having me. We have been rescheduling it for so long, so I'm very happy to finally meet you.
Well, Simrit, we were really waiting for you. We were really waiting. Yeah. So, Anoushka, just to share with the viewers, you have a bachelor's and master's in history and a diploma in art history, right? And your organization, Enroute Indian History, is the only women-led heritage organization in Delhi. So for anyone who doesn't know, Delhi is a very old city and is really rich in culture and heritage. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us about Enroute Indian Heritage, your organization.
So Enroute Indian History was started in 2019. As Simrit had already said that I had done my bachelor's and master's and I was working with IGNC as well. But I was not seeing any heritage organization that was providing a safe space for women to explore Delhi. I was also not seeing women conducting heritage walks. Ever since, if you're living in Delhi, the one advice that anyone will give you is don't go to monuments alone. Go in a group. Single women are generally not advised to go to monuments alone. And even now, things have not changed much. So for me to conduct heritage walks was something that I wanted to do to empower myself and women along. We do co-ed walks, but we also make sure that we do ladies' night walk, where women are invited in the evening to explore monuments in Delhi. So far, we have covered 62 locations in Delhi. We do around 15 to 20 walks in a month, and we see a footfall of around 150 to 200 people in a month. Another thing that is very important is I wanted to create an opportunity-based platform for people who do history, heritage management, art history, because in India, heritage is still a soft topic. So we definitely wanted to create more job opportunities, internship opportunities for young women to explore their field and be confident that people are ready to pay and listen to them.
I love that.
Wow.
I love that.
So how did you think about doing this? I mean, what actually attracted to this field? Yeah.
So I used to love visiting monuments, and in college, I think there are 2 times in your entire lifetime that you visit monuments. One, when you're a child, your parents take you along. That was the case before.
Trips. Or the school trips, right? Like, they make you trip Minar and all that.
And they don't do it anymore now, Simrit.
They don't do it anymore.
I'm old, I know.
No, I think schools no longer anyway take you to the monuments. Now they have increased, but earlier on it was amusement parks and other things that the school used to take to. And then your parents used to take you to monuments. Now I think the parents take them to malls, theater, whatever. There are so many other things. The other time was when you were in college, you used to explore the city very nicely on a bootstring budget. You used to take the local bus or the metro or anything and just go along. So I used to visit many of the monuments, but I did not know what to do with them. And in fact, it was my father who pushed me for this. So a lot of people assume that my parents would have found it very hard that I have taken a very unconventional profession, but it was actually them. They said, why are you doing MPhil and PhD if you do not want to go into academics? Do something fun, do something that really goes with your passion. So I did not know anything about business, registration. There are so many things. There are so many technicalities. So it was my father who pushed me into it. Yeah. He was the one who actually went along with me for the first 1 month, 2 months, and helped me organize the tours. We used to map out the area together. So, yeah.
Wow.
So discussing the She Roars, whenever we've had a dynamic woman like yourself, and we've had some great people on this, on this interview, where we've been very fortunate, Namita and me, but there's always, and this is where I say that equality, there's always that one man in your life who is pushing you ahead. And that's what it is. It's a beautiful play of genders, whether it's your father, your brother, your husband, your friend. And it goes both ways. So when they say, oh, the success, we all love, to hear, oh, behind every successful man, there's a woman pushing him ahead. But same. So we need to work together. This is brilliant. I love it. So tell us about your background. You grew up in Delhi, so that's your love of the city.
So I've grown up in Delhi, and my mother was in Old Delhi. So I've grown up hearing stories of Old Delhi cuisine, Old Delhi stories. So it always used to fascinate me.
The typical Delhi 6.
Yeah, I'm a typical Delhi 6 kid. So that's why when it came to Delhi, I really wanted to talk more. And as Simrit started in the beginning, it's such an old city that after every 1 kilometer you travel, you'll see a monument. So there's not even a one time that you don't see monuments in Delhi. More than malls, more than skyscrapers, you will see old structures. So it's ingrained in our, I think, DNA to visit all these sites and monuments. And plus it's Delhi's has 7 cities, so every time Delhi never dies. I think it decays and then it rebirths.
Oh wow, are we in the process of rebirth? I hope, in the pollution levels.
I think so. I really hope so. That and I think I have seen a change in the past. A lot of people ask me, have you seen a change? And in the past 6-7 years, I'm seeing that the monuments are more, be it the private bodies coming and changing the monument space. There's more cleanliness. Simrit, you yourself saw in Qutub Minar with the lights on and everything. I hope that our city understands that to drive tourism, heritage is so important as a revenue as well, in a very pragmatic way, apart from cultural understanding of the city. The economic revenue that you generate by incorporating monuments is wonderful.
Yeah, interesting. So I see, Anoushka, I mean, you're very clear what you're doing. And
I love it.
Good to, exactly. So as the only women-led heritage organization in the city, right?
Yeah.
What unique challenges and opportunities you have faced?
There were a lot of challenges in the beginning because I started when I was very, very young. And
still very, very young, darling.
Still very, very I think I am still very, very young. But when I think, which is a problem that many young women would face nowadays, is so when I started, whenever I used to reach out to a lot of organizations, website development or any business partnership, and they used to be like, oh, is there someone senior? Is there a male we can talk to? So that was first thing that I faced. So I had to tell them, no, it's me. You have to talk to me and you need to resolve the issue. Sometimes it used to happen that I used to professionally talk to them. They never used to resolve my problem professionally, but then they used to reach out to me through social media. So that is another problem that you face as a woman when you're developing a business. They are maybe not that serious about your business. They are just more busy trying to network and socialize with you. So and this is a criticism I received over an email by a woman. She said, oh, you're too professional in your work. And I did not understand if it's a problem or so. I was like, you should smile more often. That was the remark that I got. And the reason why, one of the reasons perhaps I do not do casual flirting, shero shairi, which I see other people do, is because as a woman, I need to make sure where my boundaries are and not give any mixed signals to a bunch of crowd that comes. So that was one problem we definitely faced. Secondly, someone asked recently again, since monuments are still very unsafe, you see a lot of people doing drugs over there. You see a lot of people, there are no proper security over there. So as a woman, sometimes when I had to explore monuments, I had to take a team with me, 2-3 people along with me, where I'm going. That is another issue that I faced. And even now, unless and until we have a large group, because we hire women, I make sure that they are not going with just a bunch of 2-3 people to areas. And also a lot of people make fun, oh, you're doing this Raat ke Afsane, why are you not doing it from 7 to 9? And I have two problems with it. Firstly, since it's a women-led heritage organization, I want women to finish the walks by 7:38, reach home by 9, so that their parents are also feeling comfortable with the entire thing. And the secondly, so many women come for our walks, and women are still not allowed later than 10 at night in a city like Delhi. And it's not a women's problem, it is a city problem.
Yes.
So
I was going to say
until and unless the city improves, at least we as a woman can stand together, provide those experiences to women, yet create it a more women-friendly experiences for people. So these were definitely some of the challenges that I faced.
So those are a lot of challenges, and I get it. Of course, when unfortunately, and I say this with great respect, that when you come from a certain background in Delhi, you tend to forget certain things. And I'm saying this again with great respect. But a college student, for an example, or a young budding professional who's just started the work, they have to use, and you should be using public transport and this and that. But yes, we're talking about a traditional city, traditional where girls aren't given that much freedom, number one, which is a big issue. Number two is they're not safe in, I won't be, I'm not being politically incorrect. They are not as safe in Delhi as they are other places, especially when they have to walk a certain distance to go home or take something. And these are crucial things for you, setting your timing, setting your monument. I love it. So have you ever, have you ever been in a dangerous, have you ever felt when you were exploring?
Once or twice I felt a bit unsafe. But thankfully enough, my body language is always very clear what I want. But I have heard, and it has happened. So we have female interns and they're working with me. I'm in a group, I'm busy, and we are working in Old Delhi. And then she later on tell me, ma'am, my face, someone just groped me. Or we are in Mehroli area, ma'am, someone groped me. And I'm just shocked. I'm like, why didn't you just call me? I would have taken it publicly. So even if it has not happened with me, because thankfully I'm always with the group, and secondly I have a very different body language, it has happened with other women.
Not just body language. They see, I get it, Anoushka, because you and me are similar, that we look confrontational. I'm sure Namita has the same thing, that if anybody was, even when I was in college, I would publicly say, Kya ho gaya hai? What are you doing? And the thing is that when we are taught to keep our voices down, when this happens, so this is a whole different empowerment that we're talking about, not just the walks. And I was going through your website, which I encourage everyone to look at. You're not just doing the walks, you're discussing, your blogs are amazing, by the way. And you're doing some workshops. Can we talk about that stuff? Like what else you're doing to empower women? One is there's the main thing, the main focus is the heritage walks and discovering the monuments and, exploring Delhi. It's the love of Delhi that you're showing. But what else are you doing now? We know one of your big projects in 2025. Let's talk about that.
So I'm finishing 2 books. I was just telling Simrit about it, and I'm working on a deadline. So I'm finishing, one is Badass Begum with Harper Collins, which is releasing in October. The other is Bazaar-e-Husn with Penguin India. And I can never stay away from women topics. So, but Badass Women is literally what Simrit and Namita, you are doing through your podcast, She Rose, where we talk about women who were confrontational, who were brave 500 years ago, and they built these monuments to be remembered by the posterity. And the second is Bazaar-e-Husn, where we talk about the courtesans and the Tawaif culture in Chavri Bazaar area, and how these women were the highest taxpayers in the city at the time, the most influential women at that time. Wow. They were sexually, culturally, financially independent, and they have been characterized as these hapeless, victimized women through Bollywood movies, but that was certainly not the case. So I'm talking about that. So I'm doing a workshop in Kashmir where we will be exploring old Kashmir. We will be eating some of the street food in Kashmir area. And we'll also talk about Kashmir beyond the context of politics. We also do digital workshops, which we started in COVID. So as Namita owns an AI, and Simrit, you are in hospitality sector, and we know in COVID time how the hospitality sector was completely stuck. So digital workshops are a way for people who are not in Delhi to stay connected to Delhi and its monuments. We record the entire area, then we show it to the people. There's one person who takes you along the entire area, and we have received very warm response. People from outside India, from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka also come, because they're like, we cannot get the visa to India, but we want to see these areas which our ancestors left. There are some people from Europe or USA who were homesick at that time. So they joined. They're like, we cannot come to the city right now, but we would want to see the city.
Wow.
So that has also been, yeah.
It's very commendable, Anoushka. I think this is what it is. I mean, I don't know, you call it heritage walk. I would call it a social initiative.
Yeah.
You know,
Agreed.
that you have started and you're expanding it to the other parts. Like
there's so much to see in India. The only thing is, with a small startup with bootstrapped, it's really hard to find investors. And I do not want to take names, but I have heard so many bad things about investors when it comes to women organizations as well. They will just drag you along for 1 year and 2 years, and ultimately will not give you the investment. They just want to socialize with you. So this is another challenge I face as a woman.
You're brave, you're bold, and you're empowering. We clearly see that. So what advice would you like to give it to our young women who want to pursue their career in history and heritage?
Who studies art history and doesn't know what to do with it after that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So still the avenues are very narrow in universally when it comes to humanities. So I was giving a talk on this in Christ University as well, bridging the gap between academic history and popular history, where what do you do after you get this degree? Because it seems like a superpower that you refuse to use. Yeah. So one thing that I would say is, thankfully with the social media, the individual careers have started to take off, which was not the case maybe 7 years, 8 years ago. So if you want to start young, do internships, understand what is the marketplace value, which degree is being respected, which degree does not stand any chance, be pragmatic about it. The second thing is, you can always start your own venture if you want, but you need to be very clear as to what is the USP that you want to do. If you're passionate about it enough, that because a business will have more bad days and less good days. So you need to be 9-to-5 job is great. If you're getting a job security for that, go ahead with it. But if you think, no, I want to start something of my own and everything, the problem with business is consistency. You can do it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. But if you think you can do it for the next 20 years, only then start something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I loved that, and your passion is speaking through. And I have a couple of young girls who are going to be watching this and probably be in touch with you and try to talk to you about internship. Let's do with all our She Roars guests. We do a little bit of a lightning round just to make it fun right at the end. And so let's start. What is your favorite heritage site in the whole world?
Oh no! I knew this was coming because. I just knew it's coming. So I think Qila-e-Kuna Masjid in Purana Qila is absolutely beautiful. So many wonderful movies have been shot there. Veer, Zara, Dil Se, and any monument that has been christened by Shah Rukh Khan, I think, is a must visit for all the women of India. Yeah,
you had me at Shah Rukh Khan, darling. I'm going to come with you there. Okay, so we've talked about the criticism. Let's talk about what's the best compliment you've ever received.
Oh, best that I am highly interactive and fun, and my humor is great. This is something that everyone has told me, that they love my confidence. They love the way I interact with crowd. So yeah, the energy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come to a little serious question. Yeah. During your work, was there ever a time that you just wanted to quit or leave?
Oh, every day. Come on. As a businesswoman,
that's not as honest as a businesswoman can be.
Yeah. It's every day you think, why am I doing this? What am I going to get out of this?
So, which incident made you realize that you are making a difference in the world, Anoushka?
There were so many women who reached out. There were so many people who reached out and they said, you're doing a great thing. You're doing a great initiative. I remember the first media coverage. Now we have got a great media coverage from everywhere. But the first time was, I think, Midday of Mumbai who reached out to us, and we were doing digital walk of Rashtrapati Bhavan, and they said, you're doing a great job. So I think the first press cover is the one that makes you realize, oh, I'm doing something perhaps right, that it is being socially acknowledged. That is very important.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think you've done a great job. That was great. We really enjoyed speaking with you. And I mean, I'm in awe of the work that you do. I've been on the walks, and I strongly urge everybody out there to definitely get in touch with them on Instagram. And I'll put the details. And it's just, you are really, your passion is shining through when you do your work. And this talk has been eye-opening for me and Namita as well.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Anoushka. Thank you so much, Anoushka, for
Thank you so much, Simrit and Namita. It's meeting women like you. And this happens whenever I meet Simrit. I'm very sure I'll meet Namita in future as well. When I meet these kind of women who are really full of life, they are humble about the work they are doing. They are humble about where they have come from. They are shining through, yet they are ready to empower other women. They are ready to amplify other women, is the right way of empowerment. So to anyone who's watching it, please understand that Simrit and Namita are doing such a great job, yet they are taking out time from their schedule to talk about other women. And that's what makes women great. It's not talking about yourself, but talking about others as well.
Thank you.
How lovely.
Yeah,
so
thank
well
you so
said.
much, Anoushka, for making us the part of your she roars.
No, definitely.
You're talking, you're roaring about us now.
No.
You're an amazing
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're gonna have you back.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Thank you, Simrit. Thank you. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye. Thank you. That's all on Talk to Us today, but we look forward to hearing from you all always. Please tell us what you thought of our She Roars segment by sending us an email at hello@talktoustoday.com, or use the comment section below and let your friends know where to find us. Also, as I said before, I highly recommend going for these heritage walks with Enroute Indian History. So please find the details in the description below, or just search for them on Instagram.
Yes, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to stay notified of our new videos every Friday at 5 p.m. Thanks for joining us on Talk to Us Today. Remember to talk about Talk to Us Today. Keep smiling.
Keep laughing.
Keep talking, the most important one.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. See you guys next Friday. Bye.